Hey there, Wealthy Nation. Today we're talking about the secret of happiness. And I have some good news for you. It's actually quite simple. Let's take a look from a Nobel Laureate at what the secret to happiness actually is. In the words of Nobel Laureate Andre Gide, to be utterly happy, the only thing necessary is to refrain from comparing this moment with other moments. This moment is all we have. It's as simple as that. Appreciate the present moment. And that's it. Stop comparing this moment to other moments. Stop remembering that one thing you said today that you're embarrassed about, or the thing that happened to you in kindergarten that just resurfaces when you're trying to fall asleep and keeps you awake. Don't think about what you have going on in the future, the goals that you set for yourself, how far away you still are from those goals, etc., etc. Simply appreciate the present moment. And it is really that simple. The idea is that simple. But the practice is much more difficult because we have to remind ourselves to choose happiness every time we're faced with a situation and we can feel ourselves bubbling up with a little bit of anger, whatever it might be, a little bit of anxiety. Maybe we don't even know what it is that's going on in our gut. But those moments are where we have to remind ourselves to take an inventory of the present moment. Look at what's around us. Examine everything that we love about ourselves, everything that makes us happy about ourselves and our current condition. I can walk, I can see, I can use both of my arms. That's amazing. If there's somebody with their big old cart standing in front of the particular thing I need to grab off of a shelf, or somebody that hurries up to turn in front of me into the lane and then goes nice and slow under the speed limit once they're in front of me, those things, they just, they crank your neck the wrong way. They make you angry. And it's in those moments where you have to remind yourself, oh, I'm so fortunate to be here in a supermarket picking off pints of ice cream. Or I'm fortunate to have a car that I can drive in to even be cut off by another car. The fact that I can drive my own car. All of these things, once you start to be fully aware of the present moment, you realize there is so much to be grateful for, you can't help but be happy. And that's the secret to it. And it may sound a little hooey, a little wishy-washy. This all sounds fancy and fine and good, but mostly, come on, man, who are blowing trees out here? What's going on? Because there's no way that this can be it. Right? We just heard from a Nobel Laureate, though. This is really intellectual stuff. This is not just top of your head, feel good type of warm and fuzzy. This is stretching knowledge to the furthest limits and seeing what there is and bringing that back so that we can all take a deep breath and learn from the people that have done the hard work for us. So we just heard from a Nobel Laureate. Next we'll take a look at a quote from Zen Master Shunryu Suzuki. And so a Zen Master, he came in response to a Buddhist priest who was teaching in San Francisco and felt that his English was not good enough to convey the essence of Buddhism. And so this Zen master came over and with only 5 English words demonstrated that you can explain the entire essence of Zen, which is the same as the essence of being happy. It just takes 5 English words. And those are, Zen Master Shunryu Suzuki got in front of the class and said, today is today. Today is not yesterday. Today is not tomorrow. Today is today. That was the whole lesson. That's it. That's all it takes to become a master of Zen, master of happiness. The same way physicists will tell you, all that you need to know about physics to get yourself a master's degree in physics is that F equals ma. Force equals mass times acceleration. That one little tiny equation, that's all you need to know to get a master's in physics. But what you'll find out is what constitutes the F in that equation, what constitutes the A in that equation, the force and the acceleration vectors, and also the mass when you multiply. That one tiny little equation blows up into something that's pretty ugly, in my opinion. That's why I was an engineer, not a theoretical physicist. In any case, I've heard this expression, if you want a master's in physics, all you need to know is that formula, F equals ma. If you want a master's in Zen, if you want to be a Zen master, all you need to know is that today is today. Today is not tomorrow. Today is not yesterday. Today is today. That's it. So nice and simple. So easy. I love it. I love how simple it is, because anytime you're in one of those moments, right about here, when you're crinking your neck, and you feel that anger catching up with you, just say, what's happening today? What do I actually have around me? And is this really going to be such a substantial amount of inconvenience that I should let it bother me for this long? There's that saying of, if you had $86,000 and somebody stole $10 from you, would you throw the remaining $85,990 $85,990 into a trash can? No, you absolutely wouldn't. And the metaphor is there's something like 86,000 seconds in a day, so if someone steals 10 seconds from you, are you going to be mad all day about it? Because you shouldn't be. Let it go. Once something that frustrated you was in the past, let it be in the past. Remember that you're now in a new present moment, and all you need to worry about is what's there with you in that moment. And that's how you can separate things away from you. But it's so difficult, and I don't want you to think that this is something that I've mastered, that this is something that you should know by now too. Absolutely not. This is non-obvious in the society that we have right now, frankly. There's a lot out there. The moment you step out of your door, there's so much coming at you that can make you anxious, can make you angry, it can just weigh down on you, make you ultimately depressed, bedridden, and feeling a strong sense of purposelessness. That's a very rational reaction to the world that we've built ourselves. So to choose happiness is difficult. The theory is easy. The idea is so simple. It's just like that F equals ma. It's such a simple one-liner. Appreciate the present moment. That's the secret to happiness. Appreciate the present moment. But it is much easier said than done. So don't fault yourself if you struggle with it. It is a process. It is a process that who knows if you'll ever be able to involuntarily allow things to wash over you and be that Zen master effortlessly. I don't ever foresee a future where it's effortless for me. I think it will require constant effort every time I'm in one of those situations, reminding myself to pull back, take an inventory of what's around me, and appreciate the present moment. Because that's the secret to happiness after all, folks. And who doesn't want to be happy? So pour yourself up something nice and enjoy the rest of your day, Wealthy Nation. I love you. Take care of yourselves, because, never forget it, mental health matters. Never forget it, my friends.